It's the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast. You want to know what I'm really mad about right now?
What are
you want to know? I'm working on this deck rehab job, and so of course
you said deck, right?
Deck rehab, yeah. And so it was. I'm down to the part where I just got to do the caulking and the painting.
Caulk.
And
Jason and I said this.
It was below freezing this morning, so I had to wait for it to warm up to like in the 50s.
It was?
Well, it got down.
It was 30. It was 30 degrees when I left work this morning at 7 a.m.
Really?
Yeah, it was fucking freezing.
So I'm on my way there, and I'm thinking about the podcast tonight. And this idea popped in my head. I'm like, man, that is the perfect way to start the podcast. And now, for the life of me, I can't remember what it was.
That's a problem.
God,
that is a problem.
It's called early onset dementia.
Thank you for letting everyone know that you had a great idea and you lost it.
I was laughing my ass off in the van. I'm like, yes, man, that's how I've missed a couple of podcasts. I was been busy,
and we would be laughing too.
I know,
but you've let us down.
But the thing I did send you with the Babylon Bee headline is almost as funny.
Yes,
because are you going to put that up, or do you want to?
I didn't know you.
It was the funniest thing I saw on the internet yesterday. WNBA players swear that they weren't missing all those layups on purpose. They just suck.
They assure the FBI they weren't missing layups to throw games. They just suck at basketball.
That's the Babylon. You got to love the Babylon.
The B is awesome.
It is.
That NBA.
What a great way to think about all that, though.
I'll tell you that NBA. I know we're going to get into it in the show, but I mean, what were they expecting as soon as you legalized and promoted and supported gambling on your sport out in the open? What did they think was going to happen?
Well, and a lot of this, as I've been reading, and a lot of it's like illegal poker games. It's not even necessarily the NBA stuff. A part of it is, don't get me wrong, but the fact that 4 out of the 5 New York crime families are involved in this.
Yeah.
And the fact that they all kind of teamed up together.
Colluded.
That's almost as bad as like everybody in the Middle East getting together and being fun.
Well, it's just I just wondered. I was like, as soon as they as soon as you saw advertisements as stop playing it now.
Trying to set the mood.
It used to be it was verboten and you couldn't do it and they wouldn't mention it. And then now it's like it's not only promoted, it's part of it's on the field.
Yeah.
It's in the stands. It's part of this halftime stat brought to you by blah 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 blah.
Sure. FanDuel.
I'm going to be sarcastic. I'm going to be sarcastic. We're like FanDuel Stadium, home of the Raiders or whatever.
It's only time. I mean, it's just so people being people, man. I mean, because you can bet. I don't gamble, but you can bet on anything. You can bet on if the guy's gonna, shoot his next shot left-handed or right. I mean, you can bet on any number of things.
Correct. Yeah. So you got all the prop bets.
There's a lot of ways that you can throw or at least skew a game and tell someone, hey, I'm gonna, from what I heard, one of the guys, what did he say? I'm gonna underperform, and then he pulled himself out of the game.
Rozier.
He was out in 9 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, so
bet me under.
Yeah, so I mean, what did you expect was going to happen? People being people, generally, they do what?
I don't know. Those guys, I mean, they make tens, hundreds of millions of dollars.
But a lot of
this has got to be small stake stuff compared to the kind of money that they're pulling
disagree.
In. But what blew me away was the throwback names when you got the Bonanno family, the Gambino family, the Lucchese family, and the Genoveses.
How about the Tostino?
I love Tostitos. I love the Tostitos.
Tostinos
was part of
those little pizza pocket things.
But I mean, those are like old school mafia names. I didn't even know those families were still in business.
Because sometimes I bit into them.
They're
the
still
pizza's hot on the inside and it just burns your mouth. You know what I'm saying?
You got to be careful with those things.
I know, it's just terrible.
I like to break them open and let them cool off a little bit.
No. I bite into them and see how scalded I can get the rest of my
I want to see if I'm going to Shriners and getting the skin graft.
I want to see how many layers of skin. I get burn off my mouth.
Well, here, I'm gonna play this video from our buddy Cash
Patel.
Morning. Today we are here in New York to announce a historic arrest across a wide-sweeping criminal enterprise that envelops both the NBA and La Casa Nostra. Individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today. Former, current NBA players and coaches. What you don't know is that this is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. And the fraud is mind-boggling. It's not hundreds of dollars. It's not thousands of dollars. It's not tens of thousands of dollars. It's not even millions of dollars. We're talking about tens of millions of dollars in fraud and theft and robbery across a multi-year investigation. Good morning. Today we are here in New York to announce a historic
but I have
arrest.
I have something to say with this. So, like, I understand what you're saying, Andrew, and it's like it's coming. It was gonna, as soon as online gambling was starting to become legal, and it was more accessible and everything else. I get that. When you read into this story, there were high stakes poker games where that Chauncey Billups was bringing in people to these poker games that were rigged by. That's where the Mafia comes in, is they were playing poker, and they had fucking cameras, you know, in the card shufflers. So like these guys knew like all the cards that were coming. So, but the big thing is this has been going on for 4 years. Everyone's blaming fucking Trump.
How?
I'm going to get to that. This is why I'm going to go on a little bit of a fucking rant for a second.
I'd like you to explain that.
If you ask me, the NBA commissioner was asleep at the wheel.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely.
Who is the NBA commissioner?
Fuck, I don't know. I don't pay attention.
I mean, I remember I used to know this. Who is the guy?
I don't watch the NBA, so I have no idea.
I could look it up, but
I mean, is it Vino Lucenzi?
no, it's I don't know.
His name's Guido.
But he's he's a guy that is goes along with all that ultra woke and all that kind of bullshit.
Whatever. I haven't watched the NBA
yeah.
in freaking, like I said, since the shorts were really short. I just
I have zero NBA knowledge
or interest.
Yeah,
me too either.
Nor do I have an interest in Stephen A. Smith. So Stephen A. Smith,
I heard what he
Stephen A. Smith made a comment, and Donald Trump for president, whatever page that is, it's not Donald Trump's page,
right.
But this was spoken out of Stephen A.'s mouth. But I'll read this synopsis real quick. ESPN host Stephen A. Smith drew backlash on Tuesday after suggesting that the NBA's reported game rigging and Mafia-linked betting scandal, which the FBI recently announced it had uncovered, was President Trump's revenge, in quotes. And warned that, in quotes, this is only the beginning. Now, mind you, Patel said this investigation had been going on for 4 years. Guess whose administration that was?
That would have started under the Biden administration.
Weird, isn't it?
Though, yeah.
That's fucking strange. So he goes on to say, how many times for one incident after another have I said Trump is coming, he's coming? And Smith said, Bad Bunny is performing at the Super Bowl, and all of a sudden you're hearing ICE is going to be there looking to engage in mass deportations. The Super Bowl disrupting things. Big night for the NBA. I can't pronounce that name. Was it Wembanyama?
Yeah.
Put on a show. That has
yeah.
now been smeared because we're talking about this story. Well, it's kind of a big fucking story.
It's a big story.
When you have a coach of a team,
that'd be Chauncey
Billups, and you have two other players, Rozier and the other player was not Dalton, or
I don't know.
I can't remember his name. They get arrested. So I saw today, I don't have the video, but I saw today a dude showing up for his court appearance in a fucking hoodie. Just fucking nonchalant. Oh, look at me. Fuck you, dude. Like, you're going to fucking court. And they obviously have you on something. Now,
he can afford
you
to
are
buy,
only
he can afford to buy a
accused.
suit.
You are only accused, and I get that.
You're presumed innocent.
And he is.
Yeah.
But if I'm going in front of a judge, I'm not fucking showing up in a hoodie. I can promise you that. Especially if I have that type of money. Smith implied that Trump's history with casinos and sports gambling made the situation not coincidental, saying the FBI's press conference on the scandal was a quote, statement and a warning that more is coming. Remember that Trump has a long, long history connected to the world of sports because he had those casinos. Where do you think folks were coming half of the time? When people want to go to a casino, when people want to gamble, when people want to party or whatever the case may be, this was his kind of connection. Smith then claimed that the president is personally targeting sports leagues and organizations that had publicly protested against him in recent years. I'm trying to remember when the NBA protested against him.
I mean,
when the NFL, when MLB.
Trump used to own a football team that was in a league that competed against the NFL. He never sought to put the NFL out of business.
He's allowed. Listen, this guy.
But I've never seen anything of him protesting against these leagues, right? So this is why I get pissed off, because Stephen A. Smith made a very, very poignant post right after Charlie Kirk died.
Right.
And I hate Stephen A. Smith.
You don't like him?
I do not like him at all. But
why?
I did like him that day.
Why? What? You don't like his sports analysis, or you just don't like him? Or
I mean his attitude, his air, and his opinions. I just don't agree with a lot of his opinions.
Okay.
But the Charlie Kirk one,
yeah, he was on right.
The way he did that,
yeah, he did well.
It was a 16-minute clip that I watched the whole thing, and I was like, you know what, that is awesome. Because he goes, I don't want to talk about sports right now. I want to talk about how our world is fucked up, and I appreciated that. But then then I see this, and I'm like, are you kidding me? So he goes on. He says he added that in Trump's mind. The investigations are payback, in quotes, for attempts to imprison him. They tried to put me behind bars. I'm getting everybody. He's not playing. That's Stephen's take. Smith said that many in professional sports believe this, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. Talk to the people in the NBA. Talk to the people in the NFL. Talk to the people in the world of sports. They think this is like the tip of the iceberg. He said, everybody better brace themselves because he's coming. I don't understand that. I just don't. And I wanted to get your guys' take on that. And I just saw this. I sent you guys a bunch of stuff earlier, but I saw this later and I wanted to pull it up, but because it went obviously with what our main topic was. I mean, I agree. Sports betting, it's a tough business, especially if you're the commissioner of whatever league it is, because you can gamble on ping pong if you wanted to, I guess.
You can gamble on anything.
But to be in control and to be able to monitor all this stuff, like players aren't allowed to have their phones in the locker room. Because you remember, who was it? It was Calvin Ridley from Atlanta Falcons. He made a bet on another game
from the locker room, and got suspended for a whole year.
Yeah, you can't do that.
So you're not allowed to have your shit there, right? So with the way this is going, you have the NBA. It could be point shaving. Obviously, we were talking before we went live with the prop bets, with Rozier going out 9 minutes into the game, and a lot of bets were on his under, on his scoring. You have that, but then you also have the illegal poker games that are going on, which those happen, and I understand that. But the fact that apparently Billups wasn't part of the point shaving part, he was part of the poker part, bringing people in, and then those guys getting hosed out of money.
I love it. They got the X-ray tables, and they got the special contacts that you wear so you can read the markings on the card, shit like that.
Where can you buy those?
Send me a link. Maybe they'll be a sponsor.
I mean, Billups is in deep shit, man. I think if this is all true, and he's hooked up with the mafia like this, he's in bad shape. Because what's he going to do? Is he going to enter the witness protection program?
Yeah.
Is he going to wind up dropping dime on the Gambino family, on the Genovese family? Is that a prudent thing to do? I would suggest probably not.
It's not good for your long-term
But
health.
Stephen A. Smith, he also earlier this week issued an apology to Jasmine Crockett,
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he went off on Jasmine Crockett, essentially saying, calling her out for the language that she uses, for the attitude that she displays when she goes off, acting like she's from the hood and all that kind of stuff. And so he laid it on her. He did like a 6-minute long rant on Jasmine Crockett. Well, and then he apologizes to her, and he says, let me see what he said in the apology. But he, in any case, he lambasted her, and then he said, well, I've got great respect. You know, came back a couple of days later and said, I got great respect for Jasmine Crockett for what she does and all this kind of stuff. So he was putting it on himself where he was wrong. And look, I think Stephen A. Smith, super smart guy, has a great mind for retaining a lot of facts. But I just really think the guy is spreading himself way too thin these days. He's on multiple shows on ESPN.
Yeah.
I think he's got his own show on ESPN.
Brand new.
He's on Sirius. He's on Sirius.
He's on Sirius. He's got a podcast. He's writing books. He's travels all over the place. Talks about sports. Talks about politics. Talks about TV shows. I mean, his day has got to be so full from the time he gets up in the morning, and I can't imagine what time he goes to bed at night, because he's got to be able to comment on all these different sports,
right?
The World Series, football, basketball. And I think he's just really spreading himself too thin right now. So he's making a lot of unforced errors. This take on Trump, how Trump is coming for professional. Trump loves sports. He doesn't want. Trump loves athletes. I mean, he loves.
He goes to all the sporting events.
He loves. He shows up. He'll probably show up at the World Series at some point. He goes to the Super Bowl.
You think you made a bet?
Who, the Trumpster? I doubt if he gambles.
Hey, what's the over/under on that?
Yeah,
before I show up in that arena, I want to know what the over/under is.
I would be very surprised if he ever gambled at all.
I don't know.
I think he did enough gambling probably in his business life.
But it's so accessible to everybody right now. And with this coming out and him throwing that out, it just hit me the wrong way. Because I think Kash Patel is doing due diligence with all the things that he's having to fucking deal with.
I think Kash has been great.
Yeah. And he picked up a case once he took over, which it's his job. So I'm not saying like, oh my God, look at the good things he picked up a case that was already happening and continued that course. But when people are like, oh, like Stephen A., oh, Trump, this and that, it started under the Biden administration, motherfucker. Like, why are we blasting Trump?
It sounds to me like with his apology to Crockett and now him blaming Trump, I guess if I had to guess his demographic for his show, it would probably skew towards the left side of the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably simply a PR move by him.
Absolutely.
To get cred with his new viewers, because I think his show on XM radio, I think it's a new show. I'm pretty sure he has his own channel or something like that. So I would chalk it up as this. But, again, the same way with what's the big-headed guy's name we don't like anymore that used to do sports? Giant head.
Keith Olbermann?
Yeah. So nice. Just like Olbermann, I don't really go to sports guys for my political shit. So when they start, when they start, when they veer out of their lane, I don't, his remarks on Kirk weren't really political. That was more of a just basic human decency remark that he did on Kirk. It wasn't a political deal. But again, I don't get, I don't.
And that made me like him, but this put me back to where I was before.
Well, I mean, like I said, I don't look to sports guys for my politics, and I don't look to political guys to know what games to bet on. So, I mean, it's stay in your lane, buddy. But if he wants to veer out of his lane, he's probably going to discover that it usually does not end up well for your long-term success.
Correct. Somebody's gonna see it.
Not really. Not unless I can't think of any. I disagree with some dipshit statement, but I don't. If you can name some sports guy that I'm like, God, he's the greatest. Because I mean, does any sports guy on the conservative side jump out at you that you're like you follow and say, yeah, I get all my political advice from Brett Favre or from
No.
It just doesn't happen.
No.
Occasionally they might say something you agree with and you're like, you know what, that's pretty cool. He agrees with me on this. But stay in your lane. I mean, I don't follow sports people for their politics and vice versa.
What about Bruce Springsteen?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm not a big fan. I'm not even going to see the
What about
movie.
Robert De Niro?
You're going to watch Stilts? You're going to watch the
Stilts.
Are you going to watch the Bruce Springsteen movie that's out?
Nope.
No, I am not.
Sure fucking not.
Who's Harrison Butker? Sure not.
Even though I'm a fan of
Kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. He got a bunch of backlash because he stood behind his faith and told and pretty much.
When's the last time I mentioned his name? Ever?
No.
Try again, stupid. Go
no,
ahead.
even though I'm a fan of the guy that's playing Bruce Springsteen in that movie.
I don't even know who it is.
He was from Shameless.
I can't remember his real name.
Yeah.
He's awesome though. I mean, he's a great actor, and I saw it. I was like, "Fuck, dude, you took that role. I'm not watching that."
I don't need to watch Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, off topic, real quick. Guess who's going on? Guess who's going on tour?
The Beatles,
The Forever Tour, Forever Young Tour, or whatever.
ABBA,
Bon Jovi,
oh,
who fucking hates everything.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
ABBA.
I won't go to that show either.
If it's ABBA, I'm all over.
Didn't he campaign for Hillary Clinton?
Yeah, and then he
And
fucking
then Camel Toe Harris.
and he blasted. He just
Camellia?
blasted Trump here just a couple
Does he
weeks
have a
ago.
case of camellia? I think he does.
Camellia. Yeah, I won't buy a ticket to that show either.
Hey, who put this upside down? What's going on here? Just noticed that. Hey, folks, don't mess with the props. There we go.
Oh, jeez, thank God you fixed it.
Well, I mean, it was bugging me. I was like, what the hell's going on?
It took you that long to figure it out.
I thought I was just dyslexic. Anyhow.
Let's go into the No Kings protest, and we got your video that you sent me, which was fantastic. But it's been a little bit since we've been on. With what, six days?
Well, No Kings protest was a week ago.
Right.
A week ago tomorrow.
Did you see the fund?
Yeah.
Did you guys talk about
Yeah.
the funding behind the No Kings protests?
A lot of it came from Soros, didn't it?
It's
all
just
of it?
funny if you
lot of
watch a lot of the normal things, and when you point it out to liberals, because I love just popping it on their sites. Like when I go to their sites and I see the 100th story on a No King protest in Shipshawana, I always post I just post the funding for it. And it's so funny. It's so funny how the leftists just go crazy. They go, I didn't get paid to attend. And I'm like, well, you do understand someone's got to organize this and plan it. There's staff. There's all sorts of things, right? Oh, no. No one paid me to go. I'm like, yes, well, no one cares about you. That's why they didn't pay you. But the event never would have occurred without the funding to organize it. So, names like, Ford, Rockefeller, Soros, Tides Foundation, Arabella, Buffett. What's that? What does that number come to, Dan? You can read better than I can. How much is that? I mean, I don't.
The number at the bottom.
At the bottom,
$294,487,641.00.
Now, how much good could
my
you
paycheck.
probably have done with a little over
$294
$294
million,
billion?
yeah.
I mean, how much money could you have
Could
helped
have
people
fed
with?
a lot of hungry kids.
Now
for
that was at
Andrew.
a national level, and I also heard that they had to vastly. Maybe you guys. I'm sorry, I was busy, but maybe you guys talked about it. They said there was 10, 20, 80 million people attended this thing, right? The numbers were actually grossly overstated. It was much less.
And the videos that they were posting of, oh, look at Boston.
Yeah, and
Look at Boston right now,
right.
and it was Boston
It was-
5 years
It
ago.
was fake.
fake. But if
Although
we did
this fat slob here wasn't fake, was she?
So that's a reason.
hey, can someone?
She faked around and found out.
I've heard she was fired and then not fired.
Oh,
Well,
really?
I mean, I've heard she was not fired. I've heard two different reports.
So the school gave a little head fake there.
I can't discern which one's right. She should, my opinion, that person should not be teaching kids. That's my personal opinion. But
I wanted to show her face.
She
because
shouldn't be anywhere near kids.
It's coming. It's going to come into the video coming up next. But all these idiots fucking showing up And protest. Please do. Just do it peacefully. You do your thing. I saw so many videos though,
I posted a few
of some
today.
of them getting, as Andrew said, they got rolled coal over, and then one dude had he's riding a Harley road glide. All these people are on the sidewalk, and it was some made up song. I don't know who wrote it, but I want to find it. But it was pretty much Trump baby instead of Ice baby. and they're throwing shit at him, and all of a sudden you see these cops fucking roll up and just tackle him. They're like, you can't throw shit at him.
So my favorite part of the protests though are when people go out and you've got all these citizen journalists now who are covering these things, and they go out and they simply ask these people a few simple questions. And I think I sent you a video of this woman that just had a meltdown when she was asked a couple of simple questions.
I don't think you sent me that one.
I think I did. This is it right here.
Oh, that one?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, this sort of goes along with the whole thing. This gal.
They don't know what you're pointing at.
I know. I'm pointing to your screen. But I'm saying what's her name is right there.
Oh, Kristen Hawkins.
Yeah. And I said she walks in the shoes of Charlie Kirk.
I've seen her on many different posts. I like her.
But watch how quickly
you want me to play this.
She's talking. Now? Yeah, she's talking to this liberal, and just watch how quickly this escalates with when she's just asking this gal a couple of simple questions.
Hold on.
Trying to have Andrew a civilized discussion.
I had,
cannot have a
but as you know,
discussion with the liberal.
I actually had a
okay.
Would the fact that he's white and be a man change anything that he said about abortion? Because Charlie, my friend, agreed with me that abortion is oppression. It's an act of violence against a child.
He's not a part of that agenda that has to go through this. He does not understand.
So men can't get pregnant? Just so we have some agreement. You agree with me that men can't get pregnant.
Cisgendered white men cannot get pregnant.
Okay, so I'm really glad that we agree that men cannot get
cisgendered men, you dumb bitch.
Men cannot get pregnant. I'm glad you agree with me. But here's the deal. When you're talking about a moral argument, your gender does not change the validity of your argument. I can speak up against a moral wrong. And that's what abortion is. It doesn't matter your gender. Even if you're a woman who can't get pregnant, who maybe you biologically can't get pregnant. If I'm a woman who's infertile, that doesn't mean I can't speak out against abortion, because abortion is a moral wrong, and every human is called to speak out against human rights wrongs. And abortion is a wrong because it takes the right to life away from the weakest and smallest member of our species.
Also, so that gal is in the point she made there that just because, and I'm paraphrasing what she said, that that you don't live that particular part of the argument doesn't take away the moral imperative of the argument.
No, like you can't, you don't have to be a woman to have an opinion on abortion.
Yeah.
You don't have to be, and the lady, well, cisgendered men can't get pregnant.
Well, and this is what liberals do. They want to use that part of the argument because it helps her make her case. Well, men shouldn't be able to make any decisions about abortion because men can't get pregnant. So she stops her right there. Oh, men can't get pregnant? Unbelievable. And then she, a cisgender man, you fucking bitch.
Well, I've seen so many,
but that guy was fantastic.
Well, I've seen so many videos from people interviewing, because we were talking about the No Kings protests. And
Megyn Kelly.
Each one is. I wish Megyn Kelly was coming on tour closer. Did James go to that?
Yeah, he went last night.
God damn it, James!
He went last night.
Lucky to.
He sent me a text.
What's with the red lighting though?
I don't know.
Maybe it looked like the Devil's Playground.
Did
or
it
something.
look like fucking Biden's speech in front of the?
A little bit, yeah. I had
Megyn Kelly is the devil.
Well,
according to most,
I would love to go see Megyn Kelly because I listen to her show every day, every other day, and she is just simply great. I mean, she is mentally sharp.
Can I ask a dumb question?
Well, is there any other kind?
What is cisgender?
Cisgender?
Cisgender.
I think it means you're straight.
I thought it meant you're gay.
No, I know cisgender.
I don't know. I legitimately do not know. So
Cisgender is the term they use if you're a female and you're a straight female and you're a male and you're a straight male.
So
Cis.
So just straight.
Yeah, cis is, I guess, the traditional meaning of man and woman.
Oh, weird. They want to use traditional things.
So she's saying
in some aspects, but then,
yeah.
But then they want to throw.
This is why I'm not good at this whole transgender shit. I
Yeah,
can't
me
keep
neither.
the fucking rules straight.
Me neither.
I don't know. Look, I don't know all of it, but
You seem to be actually pretty adept at the rules.
I've talked a lot about it on my radio show.
You seem to have a very big interest in this subject.
Well, I've talked a lot about all the the trans stuff.
Are you curious?
Because no,
Are you cis-curious or
I'm totally against
curious? I honestly,
I have told people, I said, I've learned a lot about this because I have told people, you want to call me on my radio show, you want to try and challenge me on this subject, please do. Because I've tried to read and learn as much as I could possibly learn about this. It's just one of the subjects I'm passionate about.
I just don't. Yeah. I get really I'm not afraid to admit it. I don't know the damn rules anymore. The rules are.
I don't know them all either.
I don't know that you abide by any rules.
No, I don't.
Andrew,
but
let's be honest.
I just don't know the rules anymore.
Not in a bad way. I like it.
Cisgender, misgender, queer guy, transgender guy being. I don't know the fucking rules. I just don't. I mean, they've made the.
They
rules.
make them up as they go along.
There are no rules, and I mean, I'm just like
because you got the demi-queer and you got all the different things there.
It was so easy in the '80s. You were either gay or you weren't gay, right?
There you go.
I mean, it was
that was it. That was
growing
pretty.
Up,
Yeah.
It wasn't this whole now another world we live in, but whatever, it's fine.
All right, so we got Megyn Kelly talking about this fat dumb bitch.
She's very smart and easy on the eyes.
This is fantastic.
Yeah. This is why we love Megyn Kelly.
I'm so glad you sent this to me.
There we go.
Here's a woman who can be seen holding, it looks like a Mexican flag.
Oh, there
Sometimes the Mexican flag and the Palestinian one look similar. But I think it's a Mexican flag while gesturing to shooting herself in the neck and appearing to mouth the word bang. This woman is a pig.
It's a Mexican
She's a fucking
flag.
vile pig. She's a disgusting excuse for a human being. It's gleeful what she's doing. She is enjoying mocking a 31-year-old American father having his life taken from him for just speaking. The person recording the video was a counter-protester who reportedly had a Charlie Kirk flag on his truck. So she was mocking the Charlie Kirk fan for what he just went through. There is reporting that this woman is an elementary school teacher in Chicago, but that has not been verified. So we will not be repeating the name and the school that is circulating for her online. Whoever you are, madam, go fuck yourself.
That's why I love her.
A homemade sign that reads, "Which one heals faster, Trump's ear or Erica Kirk's heart?" They can't stand the fact that Erica Kirk is a strong woman who refuses to be cowed into hiding, and they don't give a damn about any suffering she's going through. They could not care less. They want her to suffer. They want more Charlie Kirks. They want Stephen Miller to be a Charlie Kirk. They want Katie Miller, the wife, to be the new Erica Kirk. They want same for Donald Trump and Melania Trump. J.D. Vance and Usha Vance. They would celebrate the assassination. They would be unapologetic about it. And these same disgusting, vile cretins want us to run around condemning the young Republicans for a racist text chain. Private. I don't give a damn about their stupid chain. I've never heard of these people, and they are a bunch of morons, which I said at the time. But I'm done. I will not say another fucking word about those young Republicans.
She's so great.
Because of that. Where's that coverage all over MSNBC? Where's Mr. Titties to tell us about the vile threats on Stephen Miller and Donald Trump and the celebration of Charlie's assassination? It wasn't a one-off. This man here appeared to come dressed as Charlie's assassin. He's wearing the same shirt as the suspect, a similar hat and sunglasses. You're going to tell me that's accidental? Bullshit. This is not some misguided young fool. He looks to be in his 60s. He's clearly
70s.
Exactly as Tyler Robinson. And you and I both know we're going to see those Halloween costumes of both the shooter and of Charlie suffering. I mean, my stomach turns just thinking about it, but that's how vile these people are.
I got to remember that outfit, because anyone comes walking by my house and they have that outfit on looking for candy, I'm telling them to move along.
I'm pulling my paintball gun out.
I'm
I'm going to shoot him with a paintball gun.
I'll tell them to go fuck themselves.
If you guys remember, I called that when it happened. I said, Halloween. We did a show right after that. And I said, Halloween, you're probably going to see these outfits.
Absolutely, you did.
Coming out, that this is what they're going to do. And you know, the funny thing is, the liberal parents will think it's funny and
sure they will,
and support these kids and be like, oh, Johnny, you're really clever. Or they went out and purchased them for little Johnny or Janie or whatever to look what I got you. I got you a funny costume. You can be Charlie Kirk's shooter. And they think it's funny. I mean, I've said it before. I'll say it again.
Gross.
Today's Democrat Party is the party, a cult of death. They worship death. They celebrate death. It's a death cult. And I have no problem saying it. And facts back me up. So, you know, whatever. It's fine. If this is who you want to be associated with, if this is who you want to be endorsed by as a candidate, have at it. Because I personally think, although there are some fringe people in America, in our township for sure, that think this is funny and celebrate this, I think the rank and file, at least I hope, I think your average American is disgusted by this and wants no part of it. So let the left, the death cult Democrat Party, keep going further and further to the left just to attract attention. And hopefully hopefully the public will reject both them, their policies, and the candidates that they endorse. I got a question for you.
Like Zorhan Mondani?
Well, no, on a local level, and I know we do local at the end of the show, but as I was coming here, I saw a bunch of there's, and I'm not going to name who, but there's a judicial race here in Hamilton County that we can vote on.
Very important.
Yeah. But I mean, what is the Democrat Party here locally in Hamilton County going to apologize for the last judge that they endorsed that turned out to be just an absolute shit show on our bench? And I'm speaking of, who am I speaking of, Jason?
I'm not paying attention. I'm working on
Judge Silverstein.
For God's sake.
Stein.
Who has been the worst fucking judge.
Sorry, I was working over here
on the bench in Hamilton County. And here they come again, the same goddamn leftist Democrat Party with some other judge that they endorse. Is that going to be the same? Are we going to have the same results?
Most likely.
Judge?
Most likely.
They don't vet their judicial candidates. They just don't vet their judicial candidates.
But Andrew, she's all about restorative justice.
You know what?
Aren't you a fan of restorative justice?
No, I'm not.
Do you want people who can't afford to pay for the most expensive representation?
I want
to be victimized by our justice system.
I'm not taking your bait.
I mean, really?
I'm just like,
you don't care.
You're right. I don't give a goddamn. You know why? Because when are people going to get fed up? It's cause and effect. The last judicial candidate that they put up sucks. I'm going to say it how it is. She sucks.
Yeah.
And we're bearing the fucking cost as a society because for her suckdom. And now they come around again.
Is that a word?
And they never even, it is, it should be.
Suckdom.
And they don't even fucking have the balls to say, you know what? We fucked up on the last judge, but we really mean this one. This one's good. As a matter of fact, anyone they endorse from the whole fucking slate, you should say, you know what? You guys need to do a better job endorsing your candidates. I'm voting against every one of them.
Everyone.
Because the same people that told you Silverstein was a good and competent judge and she lives in Suckdom, Suck City, USA. She's over there messing up your courts, letting criminals go on low bond or no bond, no recognizance bond, and you're sitting there saying, hey, man, I didn't learn my lesson the last time. Fool me once. What's the term? Fool me once. Shame on me. Fool me twice. Shame on you.
And the thing is, it's regular people that wind up paying the price
absolutely
for their failed policies and their failed ideas. And we see it with the turnstile that we have in our criminal justice system. You know, I mean, I know cops who talk about going out and arresting people with multiple felonies.
Mm-hmm.
They go to court and they are back out on the street. I know in one case, there was a guy who stole money from a local Kroger store, assaulted the armed security guard.
God, you motherfuckers will derail something.
No,
it was
it
there.
actually comes back in.
This is all coming around.
Comes back in.
and then bear sprayed the cop who showed up on the scene. Got arrested.
That's awesome story. Though.
Went and got locked up, and then was released the next day on $100 bond.
And
Dude laid down a hundo and walked out to go commit more crime.
And let's be honest, he didn't lay down a hundo. One of his boys came down and laid down a hundo.
But the thing is, it's regular people who pay the price.
And this is not local only. This is happening.
No,
you're
all
absolutely
across,
right.
And this is how it
and you
ties
know what?
back in.
You know who paid the price in
I
California
just like to fuck
the other
with
day?
you know that.
3 people on the 10,
That was
a highway
circulating.
that I used to drive all the time when
Right.
I lived in Southern California.
You lived in Southern California?
Yes, I did. And I drove the 10, I drove the 15.
Yeah, bro.
I drove those freeways all the time.
Did you have big hair back then?
It might no
Wavy.
No,
Wavy.
it was after I got out of the Air Force, so my hair was relatively short.
Okay.
Oh, he had wavy hair.
But 3 people on the highway.
Oh.
You saw the video.
The video's horrific.
Of a driver who can't speak English, 21 years old. They believe he might have been drunk behind the wheel. Did not apply the brakes at all.
He
Goes probably going about 50 or 60 miles an hour.
He didn't
Plows
even
into the
look
back.
at the brakes.
Plows into the back of
Yes.
3 cars in front of him. Slams them into another semi that was stopped in front of them.
Can't even recognize
Veers off to
car
the right.
anymore, right?
Another car bursts into flames.
Yep.
Hits another truck that was on the side of the road being serviced by a service truck.
And what turned out to be his history?
Illegal alien that came in under the Biden administration, got a CDL from the the governor's name out in California?
Newsom.
The Newsom administration.
Newsom.
Yeah.
And he's
Newscum.
out there driving. So, and his last name is Singh, the same last name of the guy in Florida.
So,
now I don't know if they're related or not, but this is this.
Let me ask you a question. So if you're
the
the company that gave this guy his CDL in California, and you had to attest by law, you had to attest that he was proficient in English. From what I heard, the guy doesn't speak a lick of English.
No.
And he was drunk. How long are you keeping your offices open before you just board everything up
And
and leave?
But it's innocent people who wind up paying the price.
The guy in Florida got his license in California and failed it 10 times.
10 times. Failed 10 times.
And this guy in California,
Between California and Washington.
I heard this guy in California was much along the same, almost
Yeah.
exactly the same line.
Yeah, it's almost the same story. I had to look at 2 different pictures to make sure it wasn't the same story.
Oh, it looks the same. That's that close. So
I mean,
similar.
the stories were the same,
Yeah.
and then once I looked at the
facts
pictures,
are
I was
similar.
like, "Oh, I remember that one." Oh shit, this guy.
And they're playing this video online over and over and over, and it's horrific because, as Dan just mentioned, you're watching as you watch this video, and usually they don't do this, but you're watching 3 people instantly lose their lives.
Yeah.
Instantly lose their lives.
Well, you don't, but you don't see them because the
No, but the
GoPro is
cars-
like mounted at the top of the truck, so everything happens underneath. But you still get the idea. But it's horrific to see it. And then you talk about more people who paid the price. The other video that went viral earlier this year happened on the streets here in Cincinnati when people walking down the street, initially minding their own business, run into a bunch of thugs and they get their heads kicked around like soccer balls on the streets of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And that video ran nonstop for days and days and days.
We unfortunately made national news.
So I look at the police chief who has now been put on administrative leave because of the failed policies of the mayor and the city manager.
City manager.
And I was talking about this on my radio show. I said, you've got the city manager who is an adherent to DEI policies, to political correctness, to wokeness, ultra wokeness. And so you got 2 separate cases here. One, she came in, and as soon as she came in to be city manager, she looked at the fire chief and said, hey, you got to start implementing these policies. You got to do the DEI thing. You got to do the politically correct thing. The fire chief at that time, Mike Washington, a guy we know well, said, no, that doesn't work. And so she fired him. And now the city is going to have to pay him a multi-million-dollar settlement.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have the police chief who was told the same thing. You've got to adhere to these policies. She tried. She tried to walk that line between having an effective police force and adhering to all the ultra woke, DEI, diversity, rainbow bullshit, and all the rest of that.
Mm-hmm.
And now she has been placed on administrative leave. Why? Because of their failed policies.
And guess
Iris
who's using the same law firm?
Yeah, exact same law firm. Yeah. The city. I texted Chris Finney the other day. And I said, you know what? I said, it's almost unfair the way you guys keep handing it to the city of Cincinnati. He texted me back with 2 words, very profitable.
Yeah, very profitable.
So I say good for him. But here's the thing. You've got the fire chief, one who wouldn't go along with the policies. You've got the police chief who tried to go along with the policies, and they both wind up in the exact same place.
Well, let me ask you a question.
How does that happen?
Because
the mayor doesn't want to admit that he's wrong. The city manager, who's got her own problems with not paying her taxes, doesn't want to admit she's wrong. So they got to look at other people, and they wind up paying the price. And the citizens of the people who voted these people in are going to pay the price because they're going to be paying out multi-million-dollar settlements.
Did Iris the virus?
I'm sure she has some role in this behind the scenes.
But let me ask this question. So the mayor, and the city manager
You
fire
motherfuckers don't bring shit back around at all.
No, because we're going to talk about people.
No, that came around because it's all about these elitist liberals.
You don't realize
who think they have all these great ideas, and their ideas are dumb as fuck,
and they don't hold.
It's people, it's regular people who wind up paying the price.
Paying the price.
That's
the part. Like the video that you.
No, I get it. I understand that part. The fact that you two don't understand is it's an hour show.
I know we got a little sidetracked, a little centric. Sorry,
I love it when you guys go on a rant. I absolutely love it because you bring very, very good facts and content. And it's nothing that we don't all agree on.
And the people of New York will start paying the price for the policies of Zoran Mondani,
which is about
when they elect that terrorist-loving, Islamist, worthless piece of crap.
I don't understand this.
Cuomo lit him up during that debate the other night. It's about damn time, but it's probably a little.
I think it's too late.
A little too late.
I think it's too late, but yeah, I agree with you.
Wasn't there a Cuomo commercial that we were going to play?
Yeah, he's got it queued up.
Which would be great for everybody to see.
One of the greatest political ads of all time. And here's the background on this. Cuomo, his team posted this ad. They had, I think it was their third debate they had a couple of nights ago. And apparently the Cuomo team posted this ad like an hour or 2 hours before the debate started. And the Mondani team just went ballistic, crying about, oh, it's unfair. We can't have political ads like this. And the Cuomo team, they bent the knee and pulled the ad.
Well, then
but it's still out there.
Then, you know what? Then screw them.
Yeah.
Because what are you going to do? Lose? Weak. What are you going to do? You're either going to lose big,
he's going to lose
small. I mean,
he's weak.
If you're going to, and weakness gets you what?
It gets you Sharia courts, Sharia law.
So play this commercial because I bet a lot of people it's awesome.
Yeah. But
it's the greatest.
It's one of the greatest.
It's the greatest AI I've ever seen.
I love this.
Donnie's opponents want you to believe he's an inexperienced radical whose policies will make New York City more dangerous. But what do his actual supporters think?
Donnie isn't crazy.
He's just trying to even the playing field.
Give everyone a fair shot. Sure, he said multiple times we need to defund the police, but that was just a metaphor.
And yes, he did say crime is a social construct. But that was also a metaphor.
His main backer, the Democratic Socialists' ideas are common sense, such as
decriminalizing misdemeanors, like shoplifting,
third-degree assault, trespassing, prostitution,
and drunk driving.
With plans to decriminalize all drugs. Mondani will be
she almost looks like Hillary. I love that.
For drug dealers.
Instead of helping us homeless get off the streets and into the mental health facilities we need, he wants to give us safe injection sites to do crack and let us sleep in subway carts.
These are actual policies Mondani and the DSA want to implement on day one.
When a woman's being domestically abused, she finally won't have to deal with some pesky cop to arrest the abuser, but now a social worker to help, kumbaya the situation.
Kumbaya.
Breathe in. Breathe out.
Mondani is finally lowering jail sentences. Guilty!
I love this part.
But Mondani says you're free to go. Who cares if legalizing prostitution statistically leads to an increase for sex trafficking of women and young girls by 70%?
You can't have safety without equality.
She falls off. Unlawful abiding citizens like us globalize the intifada.
I'm a criminal. I'm a criminal. I'm a criminal.
I'm a criminal.
Yep. I'm a criminal for Zoran. For Zoran Momdani.
I'm smiling at you. It's a fucking game.
I didn't have a real job until I was 30, but sure, give me the keys to the city. What's the worst that can happen?
Great.
Paid for by Cuomo for NYC.
Not much different.
So huge props to the Cuomo team for putting that together, man.
I would play that.
I would run that.
24/7.
I would run that thing nonstop, man.
24/7. I don't know why.
I
they're
think
not
it's
playing
funny
it.
as shit.
It's not only funny; it's so accurate. I mean,
It's such a great troll. I love it.
Because they documented when he said the things they're accusing.
Everything he said. I mean, everything that they talk about in there is stuff, policies that he has promoted in the past.
And you're like, well, it's New York.
And they didn't even go to the communism stuff.
I mean,
they didn't even go to the stuff where he said seize all the means of production, the free grocery stores.
Yeah.
And the rent.
You're gonna have to pay
stabilize the rent and all that shit.
What frustrates me about that is I have been sharing a lot.
$30 an hour minimum wage.
I've been sharing a lot of videos and a lot of information, and these aren't AI videos about shit that's going on in England and most specifically London. It's almost going to be illegal to pray.
It's bad
anywhere but inside a church in London.
Bad.
You can't even pray on the street. Did you know you cannot pray on the street in England?
Yeah.
Did you know that, Jason?
I had heard it. I wasn't sure if it was positive.
You cannot.
If you're doing Muslim prayers, it's okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
But you
if
cannot,
you're a Christian.
If you're a Christian and you're out on the sidewalk praying in public in England, you will be prosecuted. If I go to England and tried to do the shit I do on Facebook,
they would arrest you.
They would not only arrest me,
they'd probably be waiting for you at the airport.
They'd give me a cavity search and then arrest me. So
it's funny you bring up cavity search because we have a couple PSAs
we have
at the end of this.
Well, yeah, so we're not there yet. So I mean, and we do have a PSA on cavity search. I think it reminds me of 513, but at the end of the day, listen, here's the deal.
You cavity search 513?
No, but I think that he tried to do this. So I think he was the precursor. I will say this. Look, we have examples of what happens when you go down this Marxist Islamic road that New York City's about to go down. Just look to England, look to London. It's not a secret, folks, what's going to happen. Yeah. So you got it. I share this stuff, not that I just see it and I'm like, this is what's going to happen. It's not a secret. And, cause and effect, much along the lines of a party endorses judges that are not qualified. They get elected and then start having what? Shitty courtrooms, anti-cop courtrooms, releasing criminals, low bond, no bond.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science, folks.
Yeah.
But I'd play that commercial 24/7. I'd say, sue me. I'm going to keep it on there. Sue me. I don't care.
We're
See you in court.
We're gonna play a quick commercial here real quick.
Hi, everyone. Dan Carroll here. Time to tell you about a great new sponsor for the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast. It's Murphy Engraving. Murphy Engraving is the place to go for your business, industrial, and personal engraving needs. Take a look at the Murphy Engraving page on Facebook, and you're going to see all kinds of unique items that really seem to take on a life of their own because they've been customized with an image, a name, or a logo, and all of it just really beautifully done. The acrylic sports awards that light up are especially creative and very cool. The customized bottles of bourbon, those are my personal favorite. And wait till you see what they can do with items that are made out of wood. The next time you want to recognize someone special or you're looking for that one-of-a-kind gift, you'll be glad you checked out Murphy Engraving. And a bonus, you're supporting a local family-owned business run by brothers Brian and Kevin, who is a lifetime firefighter and Air Force vet. At Murphy Engraving, they turn the ordinary into the extraordinary, and at Murphy Engraving, we are American-made. The White House, by chance.
I don't, but I
and I love how the left is getting all their panties all in a twist
bent out of shape
because Trump is building the ballroom over there. Oh, he's destroying history.
How much is that? Wait.
You want like an existing?
Actually, I think CNN put a camera.
There's a
CNN
there's
put
a satellite
camera up.
There's a before and after.
So anyway, so the White House did a historical favor for everyone by putting out a timeline of different renovations that have happened to the White House.
That's right.
So they talk about 1791. George Washington selected the site for the White House. They had to rebuild the White House after the War of 1812
because it was burned.
British forces burned the White House to the ground. They had the addition of the South Portico in 1817 under President James Monroe. Then there's a North Portico that was added under Andrew Jackson in 1829. Addition of the West Wing in 1902. President Theodore Roosevelt built the West Wing. Addition of the Oval Office in 1909. William Howard Taft from right here in Cincinnati. Expanded the White House and created the Oval Office. The Rose Garden, 1913, under President Woodrow Wilson. Addition of the East Wing. Franklin Roosevelt expanded the West Wing in 1934, adding a second floor basement, a swimming pool, and relocation of the Oval Office. So imagine that. I mean, they just moved all that history around willy-nilly.
How could they do that?
Total Reconstruction in 1948 undertook the total reconstruction, gutted the entire interior of the White House.
Sacrilege.
Yeah. The briefing room was added in 1970 under President Nixon, who also added a bowling alley, by the way.
Hard to see, but I got.
Then we get into the Bill Clinton era, and 1998, the Bill Clinton scandal, President Clinton's affair with Monica Lewinsky.
I think he added a humidor.
Which I love the fact that they want to call it the Lewinsky Ballroom.
Yeah. Let me see. Then in 2012, we had the Muslim Brotherhood visit. Obama hosts members of the Muslim Brotherhood, a group that promotes Islamist extremism and has ties to Hamas. The tennis pavilion was added in 2020. First Lady Melania Trump
They didn't go apeshit on that, did they?
Oversaw the privately funded construction.
Privately, a theme you might want to hold
of
on
the
to.
tennis pavilion on the South Lawn. 2023, cocaine discovered under the Biden White House.
Never found out whose that was.
Discovered in a zippered plastic bag, contained cocaine in the West Wing entrance.
Which is the personal wing, right?
Yeah.
The residence.
Speculation has pointed to Hunter Biden.
No,
it's just wild speculation.
It's
Crazy
just
talk.
wild.
Also under the Biden administration, we had the Trans Day of Visibility.
Yes, we did.
Biden-Harris administration hosted transsexuals at the White House.
Yep. And that guy went topless.
Yeah, then you had some dude exposing his breasts at the White House. So that was all great stuff right there. In 2025, you got the North and South flagpoles that were put up by President Trump
at his cost.
The biggest fucking flags I've ever seen in my entire.
And they look good.
Yeah.
They do look good. They look good.
Rose Garden renovations in August of 2025.
Yep, that looks great.
$2 million renovation of the Rose Garden funded through generosity of private citizens.
Yep, privately funded again.
So no taxpayer dollars. In March of 25, Oval Office renovations. And
which that happens. I mean,
Yeah.
that
And
happens
then-
every presidency.
Yeah, but that also he did the Oval Office renovations. Trump did at his cost.
Yeah. And now we have the East Wing renovations. I'm told the cost has gone up. It says $250 million. I'm told it's $300 million now. The bulk of which is being paid out of Donald Trump's own pocket.
Can I ask you a question?
And there's
it's not out of his own pocket. The big thing is private donors,
Private
which is
donors.
where
No
the
tax dollars.
which is
No
where the
tax.
big thing is coming in with some people.
But a lot of it's coming out of his pocket.
Can
too.
I ask you a question?
Yes, please.
How much did how much public funds were spent during Barack Obama's term renovating the White House?
I don't know.
Okay,
that's a good question.
I want to ask you. I want to ask. Do you think?
But they don't talk about any renovations under the Obama administration. Just the visit by the Muslim Brotherhood.
I understand
that supports terrorism.
He had an indoor basketball court.
There were
I forgot about the basketball
and
court.
they did a lot of upgrades to the White House. Do you want to know how much it was?
I'm sure that was paid for by taxpayer dollars.
It was taxpayer dollars approved by Congress. Do you want to know how much it was?
I'm going to guess $35 million.
$370
$300
million.
Oh, stupid me.
And let me tell you something. That was in $376 million. And that was in 2010 dollars. Now,
Yes.
I'm not good at
Oh my God, that'd be $1 billion today.
Yeah, what would that be in today's dollars? Did you see Republicans going ape shit back then? No. And I've said it before. Trump could pull literally a gold bar from his sphincter and the Democrats would complain that it's the wrong shape. No question out of my mind.
Well, the New York Times put a headline out from the video we just watched of the Zoran Mondani, the AI video put out by the Cuomo. It said Cuomo puts out a video that plays to voters' fears.
Let me ask you. Now, I'm not trying to play gotcha with you guys.
Oh my God!
How many people here have been to the White House?
I have not.
I've been
outside.
I've been
the White House.
I've never been in the White House. I've been outside the White House.
And I'm not talking about tours, because I could see some dipshit here asking if I was going on tours. How many people have been to a function, an official White House function, in either of the rooms at the White House?
I have not.
The yellow room and the blue room.
My understanding is neither one of
those.
those rooms is very big.
I've been to them.
You've been there. Yeah,
I have been there. But I'm a nobody. Remember when someone said, hey, Jason, remember when some dipshit that comments on here said, I'm just a low level nobody. I've never. So I've been to,
There you go.
There's speaking of dipshit.
Did Trump get approval to do any of this? Yeah, he got approval from the president of the United States.
So let me ask you a question.
He actually doesn't have to get approval to demolish.
How many people here have been to a formal offense?
Nobody.
Nobody, including 513. It is, and the reason I mention it, I was there, and it is remarkably small. I mean, unbelievably small, these rooms.
Almost as small as the room we're in now.
Oh, it is not much bigger. Maybe bigger. 2 of these.
Yeah. Wow.
And it's not that big. And so imagine the president of the United States trying to have a state function. Usually what they do is they bring in
It's so small you can smell Joe Biden's dirty diaper.
Yeah, it's just it's a joke how small it is. So the fact that the president of the United States sees this, it's the second time as president. He travels the world. He sees what other world leaders have.
Oh my God!
And he says, you know what? We're the United States of America. We should be the envy of the world. Now, to be totally fair, and I'm going to be honest because I try to be honest, and I don't like that guy, but I will say this. The gold gilding in the Oval Office, to me, is a bit much because I've seen it and I'm like, it's a bit much. It's not my style. It's not what I like. It's a little over the top.
That's all right.
It's a little over the top, but that's fine.
Styles.
They'll change it
It's
as
not
soon as he's
hurting
gone. It's not for everybody. But the fact that he's
I heard it's not real gold either.
It might be. I don't know.
I don't know.
What is this amount? What's the size of the ballroom? It's like a 30,000 square foot. I don't even know.
Pretty big.
It's big.
Yeah.
That is so unbelievably needed at the White House. It's so long overdue. And the fact that it's privately funded, what are you bitching about?
The problem is I know what his bitch is the process.
Well, the president has the authority to do this.
And that's what we talked about is the fact that he's allowed to demolish the shit. It's anything that goes vertical that has to be approved.
And you know what? It has to be approved if Congress was going to spend public money on it. He's spending private money on it, and he's improving.
So now it turns in, according to a friend of ours, it's bribery.
It's bribery
because private people are sending money in to do it. Americans are sending money in. Private donors.
That's not private. That's called he has a project and he's taking donations. But, as I said, gold bars out of his ass. It'd be the wrong shape. You'd want him a different shape. And speaking of things coming out of your
what's going to happen,
Here you go.
All these people.
Jim Billy just answered him.
What'd she say?
Since Section 107 of the National Historic Preservation Act specifically exempts the White House from that law and grants U.S. presidents the right to make remodeling decisions while they live there.
How about that?
Well, fuck me.
Hey, I may or may not have married that girl.
Jill Billy on top of it.
I love, and you know what they're saying? The other thing they're saying, oh my God.
Good work, girl.
Look at the ballroom. Look at the ballroom at the Kremlin or whatever, the Russian ball. And they're like, it looks remarkably. Hey, listen. A ballroom's a fucking ballroom. I mean, you know what?
Well, Hitler had a ballroom.
I mean,
don't you know that?
Oh, goddamn! Don't say that. Holy shit! Everybody's gonna fucking lose their shit.
I mean,
but here's the thing. You know what's gonna happen though? Every leftist, every a 513 follower, someone who's a fellow traveler,
zero.
Everyone who's complaining about this, at some point, they're going to get invited to an event at the White House. It's going to be held in that ballroom, and they are going to go.
I bet you not.
They are going to go. They're
I
going to
will
go.
bet
They
you-
will go.
I will
Yes,
bet
yes,
you
they
money
will go.
513 never gets invited to
No,
the White House.
513 won't get invited, but I'm saying all
But he's
the
somebody.
people on the national, you know, the Mika Brzezinski's and the what's the guy's name? Joe, whatever his name is, Scarborough.
And you know, every year they have the Easter egg roll, right? And that's always outside because there's just not room inside. If it's raining, Easter can be.
Guess
changed.
what?
There's a shit ton
Take it
of
to the
events.
ballroom.
They
go.
could have done with that tranny day that they had at the White House where the dude was flashing his boobs all over the place. That could have been inside, but it can't. Now it could be. It couldn't before. There's no room. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm not special. Well, actually, I am special.
No, you are. But you are special.
My point is, until you go, you just don't know. And you could see a lot of this stuff on just a White House tour, and those are not hard to get. They are now because the government's closed. And that's a separate subject entirely. But if you're ever in
that's a whole
DC,
nother podcast.
Yeah, if you're ever in DC and you have a chance to go to, and there's a great facility just outside the White House that kind of shows you every room and has recreations of every room, a little museum. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. That's worth a trip too. But if you ever can get a tour of the White House, I highly recommend it because you're going to be blown away at the scale of the White House. It is remarkably small.
There you go. That's amazing. We have 2 PSA announcements, but we're going to come back to you Monday, just so you guys are aware. We actually did a little bit of pre-planning. A little bit. I think we're coming back Monday. But we have two PSA announcements. One's for Cincy 513, and then the other one's for everybody.
I can see 513 doing this. Just call it a hunch on my part. I think that just in case your thermos is ever missing,
everyone, it's
I have a
time
place for you
for
to
morning
live.
briefings.
It could happen.
And I hope you have your favorite cup of coffee.
I'm
And
working
you don't
on getting him
spit
on
it
the
all over
podcast, by the
yourself
way.
when you hear what I'm
not
about
after
to
his
say.
last outburst.
But we're going to drink our coffee from a thermos from Fire Inspector Services. You got that? From New Jersey. Thanks for sending the cup. Good coffee. Now listen, there's things you can't make up. So we arrested
Credit to
Walter
Jill Billett.
Frymere. He's 51. We got a call that he was naked inside of a restroom at a public park.
He says that.
So we asked, is he naked or buck naked? You know, you can be naked and still have your socks on. But if you're buck naked, you're totally naked. Well, anyway, our deputy gets there. The dude's got all of his clothes on. So we're nice. And we send him out of the park and trespass him and tell him we're not going to arrest you, even though people saw you here without any clothes on. We're going to give you a break. So what does he do? He goes across the street and hops up on what? The railroad train track and trespasses again, just as soon as we gave him the break. So the deputy arrests him. We find out he's already got 25 prior arrests and been to state prison 5 times.
This goes with the OR
So not
boss.
only is he trespassed, we've got him in possession of meth. Well, I've talked about meth doing crazy stuff to you, right? You ain't gonna believe this. So we put everybody through a body scanner to make sure that they're not trying to bring guns and knives and drugs into the jail. Well, you might have thought Walter was bringing drugs into the jail. He brought a thermos into the jail.
For the
That's
audio
right.
listeners,
He put it up the exit ramp. You know
it's
what I
an
mean?
X-ray of a thermos in his body.
A thermos about this size.
How'd that get there?
No, it wasn't this one. We saw that and we said, dude, what are you doing here? He said, well, I put that inside my body and he didn't swallow it 24 hours earlier. The deputy saved his life. Oh, and that was after Walter threatened to kill the deputy for arresting him.
Oh, shit.
We had to take him to the hospital.
I'm sure you did.
They had to find a specialist.
Look
It
on
was
his
quite
face.
the ordeal. But he's thermalist in the county jail today.
Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd. We're working on trying to get him on the podcast. He is absolutely fantastic.
Wrecked him. Damn near killed him.
Damn near killed him.
If you talk to doctors, they can tell you all kinds of stories of people with stuff up their butts.
I talked to nurses, and I've seen
I'm sure you've seen a lot
many
of
X-ray. They're like, you're never.
I'm sure you've transported a lot of those people.
And yes,
well, most Democrats walk around with their head up their ass. So thermos should be pretty much nothing.
A Selsun Blue bottle is the weirdest thing I've seen.
No wonder they're always in a bad mood.
I mean, they're smelling that shit all day long. You'd be in a bad mood too.
Here's our last PSA.
How can you come with that something like this up your butt? I mean,
here's our last.
Oh, this
PSA.
is a great one. Watch this one, Andrew. You'll love this. There we
go. Oh yeah, Andrew hadn't seen this one yet.
2, 1, go. Okay, fingers in. Okay, seatbelt comes off. There we go. Loop in. Okay, now with my other hand, I'm gonna kick the seat back and I'm gonna open the seat. I'm gonna open the door. Okay, 3, 2, 1. All the way down. I'm out, and I can escape freely. Okay.
Ah! 2 fingers. 2 fingers. Ah! Seat down.
In the eye.
So everybody,
there you go. If someone puts a rope around your neck from behind, remember 2 fingers.
2 fingers.
Put the seat
down. we want you to be safe. So remember, 2 fingers, seat back, open the door.
Props to that dude who put that video out, man. That's hilarious.
It's fantastic.
2 fingers. 2 fingers.
We will we'll see you guys Monday. We hope everybody has a great weekend. Thank you guys for being here.
I hope 513 paid close attention to that.
I hope so.
Because 2 fingers.
Someone could jump him in his car like that.
I thought you were talking about the thermos one.
Well, both. Both. I mean, this bad things happen.
I'm glad they got a specialist. What do you think?
Here at the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast.
How do you become a specialist in that?
I mean, I've practiced in getting thermoses out of people's bunghos.
Here at the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast, we're givers of information.
What happened to the good old days when people just put dildos up there?
We'll see you guys Monday. Have a great weekend. Be safe and come back and see us.
Golf club.
We'll see you soon.